Good morning. Welcome back to Composition ESL class. And as you know, today we are continuing our discussion of Zenzele, A Letter to My Daughter by Zimbabwean author Zenzele. I know a lot of you enjoyed reading the text, and we're dealing with lots of themes, right, that are coming up out of the book. And as you know, it's a writing class, and we have some obligations to fulfill, right, such as writing papers, and we will discuss that today. But first I want to take you to look at a photo here. Okay. Right, she's opening a letter. Okay. And we see the connection between the letter here. Yes. So I want to ask you, how many of you have received a letter in the past week? Okay, nobody? All right. What about in the past month? Okay, all right. That brings hope to this. All right. And how many of you have gotten a letter in the last maybe 6 months? Okay, all right. How did letters make you feel? Happy? Okay. Cared for? Okay. Remembered? Mm-hmm. How do you feel when you go and you're just pulling that out? And I'm talking a letter from a person that is a friend or family member. How does that make you feel as opposed to getting a letter from your employer, the university? So when you're pulling that out of your mailbox and you're touching that paper, right, that paper, how does that make you feel? Okay, excited? Close? Okay. All right, great. So we are going to talk about the assignment sheets that you got at the end of last class and you had to read for homework. Today we're going to recap that assignment together, okay? And any questions that you have we'll go over. Then we're going to do a pre-writing activity for that assignment in class. So that will focus on writing for this assignment, and then also reading, giving the feedback to your peers. Okay, so our assignment is Dear Mama, Love, Zenzele, right? And as you can see projected here on the board, we can also all look collectively at the assignment sheet. Okay, so basically this assignment is a 3-page letter that you have to write, and it has to be directed to who? That's right, Zenzele's mother. Okay, so we don't have a choice in who we're doing this to. It has to go to Zenzele's mother. And then who are you pretending to be writing the letter? Good, Zenzele, her daughter. Great. Okay, so basic letter, mom to daughter. Okay, so that's one thing that you have to do. What is the other important thing from the assignment? The other obligation that you have to have 2 to 3 of these there. Okay, 2 to 3 examples, anecdotes from the book, okay? 2 to 3 things. So this is the parallel to if you had a formal research paper, you'd be having quotes, but here you're going to be integrating them into the letter where you are drawing on specific scenarios that Shuri has written to her daughter. Okay, so you have to cite where those are in the book. Okay, so not something you foggily remember, but something concretely that you remember. Okay, all right, and let's see, are there any other questions on this? Okay, can you put pictures in? Sure, but I will add that it doesn't count as your page requirement. Okay, so if you put one photo in or something and it eats up kind of basically half the page, you still have to make that up with the page requirement, okay, so that you give me in total 3 full pages, okay, of text. All right. Do you need a works cited? No, not for this assignment. Okay, but you will do the in-text citation as we practice with the prior example of MLA and citing that. Okay, any other questions? All right, so we're going to move on to a brief exercise. So this is your assignment, right, for the graded assignment that's due in a couple weeks, but we're going to practice right now together writing a letter from Zenzele to her dad. Okay, so I want you with a partner to write 5 sentences from Zenzele to her dad. Okay, so you can, however you want to collectively write them, or one person writes to and one another, but just do that. Okay, no pressure. Okay, I'll give you a couple minutes. Yes, it can be any date in the future, just as in the assignment. Sure, that's fine. Yes, it can be 20 years later. She could be back in Africa, and sure, that's fine. Okay, so now you've finished this letter from Zenzele to her dad, and I've gone around the classroom, checked, given your feedback. Now I'd like to have a couple of people to share the letters. Okay, so, and I'd like to elicit some comments from you about what could be improved through imagination or through something more in the text. All right, so Jasper, would you read yours? Okay. Comments? Okay, sounded authentic because of the special word that she used that's in the novel. Okay, great. And Brianna, would you read yours? Okay. Comments? All right. Okay, the tone sounds a little formal to you. And what were some things that, expressions that gave a formal tone? Okay. How could those be changed to be a little more cozy? All right, great. Now we're going to move on to getting you started with those essays, the letters, not essays, I shouldn't use that word, that you have to write. So right now you are going to write 10 sentences to Shuri, to Mama Zenzele, okay, 10 sentences on your own, and you will do that for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, you will switch with your partner. You will proofread silently your partner's writing. Then you will give critical feedback, so creative writing feedback, some analysis from the novel to what you have read. Then you will write a 5-sentence mini letter of reply to the letter you got. Okay, so the first is 10 sentences you write on your own. After 15 minutes you switch and proofread your partner's paper silently. Okay, then you also reflect on critical feedback. Then you write a 5-sentence letter of reply. Okay, so yes, you will be replying as the daughter. Yes. Okay. All right. So I will circulate and check if you have any questions.